Team, it's time to take a break. This mobility moment is for those of us that have been sitting at a desk a lot lately. We're gonna loosen up those shoulders and those hips, so let's get right to it. So first, I want you guys to find yourself seated at the tip of your chair so we can sit up nice and tall. From this position, we're just gonna work on a few deep breaths. Nice big inhales through our nose and exhale out through our mouth. Good, team. Again, nice big inhale and exhale. Beautiful. 2 more. That's it. Last one. Awesome. Okay, take that right hand, place it inside that right knee, thumb up to the ceiling. Left hand is gonna make a huge circle open. Eyesight's gonna follow. At some point in time, you're gonna turn that hand around so the thumb heads down towards the floor. Then you're gonna bring it back. So just nice big circles here, pressing that right hand into that right knee. Good, finding a nice rotation in that back. Remembering to breathe as we go through this movement. Good, team. Now, as you do this, try to focus on keeping your hips facing forward. So I'm really not trying to open all the way up as I do this. Hips stay facing forward, actively pressing that right hand into the right knee. There we go. Let's go one more here, rotating that hand around when you need, thumb ends up towards the floor, and we come back. Beautiful, switching sides. Left hand presses in towards that knee, huge circle open, thumb ends up pointing down towards that floor. Good, there's no right or wrong here. Just rotate that hand around when it feels comfortable. That's it, team. Remembering to breathe. If we've been sitting a lot lately, our mid-back is very stiff and tight. So you might not be getting a ton of range of motion. That's totally fine. The more you do this, the more you'll get. There we go, team. Last one. And relax. Okay, so now we're gonna actively press that right hand into that knee again. Take your finger, thumbs are gonna lead, palm faced up, and we're gonna rotate around. In this position, eyesight is following that hand as far as it is comfortable to rotate, and then I come back to center. Really actively pressing the right hand into that right knee. Beautiful. Visualize this rotation only coming from that back. So I want you to think about keeping those hips facing forward. Good, we're sitting up nice and tall. Beautiful, last one here. And relax, good work, team. Shake it out, switching sides. Left hand pressing into that knee, palm face up. That right thumb is gonna lead, eyesight follows. Good, these movements do not need to be fast. Finding a rotation here as far as feels comfortable. Good. And last one. Beautiful. One more here as we sit. We're going to reach over side to side. So taking that left hand, reaching up and over. Once I get here, I'm going to actively press my right hand into my knee, whatever way feels comfortable. And then I'm going to rotate and look underneath that armpit. As I do that, I can rotate that torso around, get a good stretch, and then reach further over towards the side. And then come back up, switching the other way. So I'm gonna reach over, actively press this left hand into that left knee, look underneath my armpit, and then rotate open. Good, switching sides. Finding that press, it will help you rotate around. Finding a huge stretch on the side of our body there. Beautiful, last one here, reach. Good, team. All right, we're gonna pause for 1 second, shake out those arms, going back to our breathing, nice big inhales. And exhale out through our mouth. Good, 3 more. Beautiful. Last two. Last one. Notice how good it feels just to breathe. Remember to do that throughout our day. It doesn't just have to be in these mobility moments. Let's take our chair. We're going to spin it around here. From this position, I want you to stack your hands on the chair, finding a plank position. So my shoulders are right above my hands. From here, I'm going to push those hips backwards, get a little stretch here. So in this position, I'm wiggling around, just finding a stretch in the back of my legs and in my chest, in my shoulders. Good. As I come forward, I'm going to come up to my toes, round myself forward, opening up, hips towards the chair, chest opens, eyesight looks up to the ceiling, and then push your way back into that hinge position. Hang out for a second. If it feels good, find a little movement within movement. My heels are planted on the ground. Good. Up to my toes, really round as I come forward, opening that chest, eyesight towards the ceiling, and pushing back. Good, team. We're gonna go one more here. When I'm in this position, I'm trying to find length in my back. Good. Let's come up to our toes, rounding forward, hips towards the chair, chest opens. Beautiful. All right, from here, drop to your knees. In this position, we're going to place our elbows on the chair and interlock our fingers. In this position, you guys can wiggle yourself around. If you want more of an intense stretch, pull yourself away from the chair. So from here, I'm going to place both elbows on, interlace my fingers together, and then I'm going to wiggle myself back. From here, I'm going to place my head through that gap in my arms and find a stretch. So from here, the deeper you try to push yourself or your chest down towards the mat, the more stretch you're gonna get. Feeling that stretch in my shoulders, in my chest. Good. Come out of it. Make sure that my elbows are shoulder width apart. So as you do that stretch, they're gonna widen out. So take a little breather, set yourself back up. Shoulder width apart with those elbows, interlace the fingers, reach yourself, chest through that hole, there we go, or head through that hole, chest towards the ground. Good, wiggling around here, finding a nice big stretch. For me in this position, my shoulders are very tight, so I'm feeling a huge stretch in my shoulders and in that mid-back area. Good, team. I love to find movement within movement, so I'm just rocking side to side. Good. Let's go one more time. Reset. Bring those elbows closer together. Good. Interlace those fingers. Head goes through that hole. And then I walk my knees back just a little bit, getting a nice intense stretch here. Good. Beautiful, team. Keep breathing. And relax. Good work. Okay, last movement here. We're gonna find a stretch. If you need, you can find a little pillow. I have a mat here, so I'm just gonna roll up the mat a little bit to find a little bit more padding for my knee. From this position, I'm gonna place my foot on the tip of my chair, just my toes. My knee is down. And then number one thing, tuck my tailbone. So we're getting a huge stretch in the front of our hip here. We're sitting a lot lately. We really want to open up this area. If you're like me and it's tight, you're already feeling a huge stretch here. So really tucking the tailbone. I'm squeezing that right glute. I'm feeling a huge stretch in the front of my thigh. If I want to make it more intense, I'm going to reach those arms back without letting go of that glute tuck. So tuck and squeeze, reaching those arms back, breathing, and then releasing out of it. Good. Keep going here. Beautiful, team. I know this is a really tough stretch because most of us are so tight in the front of our hips, but believe me, this is so important to take care of that body here, especially because we are sitting so much. Good. If you really need to take a breather, you can totally come down, take a little breather, and then reset when you're ready. That's it, team. Good. Let's go a few more. Beautiful. and relax. Switching sides, just those toes on the chair. Good. First things first, tuck the tailbone, squeeze the glute, getting a huge stretch in the front of that hip. And then I'm gonna rock to make it just a little bit more intense. Good, team. Keep breathing. Really squeezing that glute. Good. Let's go 3. That's it. 2. And last one. And relax, team. We are officially done. I'm going to take a break as we close this out. Remember to go through this throughout your day. It is so important for us to just take a little breather from what we're doing. It helps give us more energy. And if any of those movements felt good, you can do just one of them, even if it was just taking a breather, working on a few breaths, and then getting back to it. But I hope that you feel good. I hope that you come back to this and use it as many times as you need. I'll see you soon.